Hey everybody, I'm Suzanne. If you were watching, you can't even find it now. I think I deleted them all. 9 minutes ago, we started this and my dog Brando decided to do his crazy I'm protecting the homestead routine with a neighbor walking by who came and rang our doorbell. So I apologize. I'm glad that you're here. Who am I? I'm Suzanne. I am creator and founder of The Sparkle Factor. You can find out more goodness on the link that you see on the screen, SuzanneCastle.com. And these are really Training Tuesdays, are 10 minutes or less of some training on internal and external alignment, meaning what are some tips, some tricks, some tools or resources we can have at the ready to help us live our very best self. So it could be that you're changing jobs. It could be that you're unhappy. It could be that you've got things pulling at you, from kids to workload to whatever. And each week we dive into an aspect of that and try to help ourselves live at a higher level that really unleashes our very best self to the world. So that's what Training Tuesday is all about. Enough about me. Let's talk about you, where you're watching from. Let me know in the comments below whether you're live or hashtag replay. I'm always glad that you're catching these videos. Today, we're doing something slightly different. Today, we're going to be talking about regret. So what is regret? Well, I think for me, regret are those actions or decisions, conversations that I have done or left undone that hold me, right? They lay on us. And when you think about your cells on a structural level, the walls of your cells need to be permeable, right? So that good things can come in and what needs to go out goes out. And we know that when we feed our body with junk, for example, that is bad for our cellular structure. When we're not taking care of ourselves, bad for our cellular structure. But what we are beginning to figure out in a neuroscience level is the power of like words and feelings, past things that we hang on to. You know what that feels like, that emotional baggage that you carry around, like it's really heavy, right? That's what I'm talking about. And regret is a big part of that. So it really does change the structure of your cells, and you can't from the inside out be your best self if you've got all this emotional mess that you're hanging on to. So one aspect of that is regret. So today, I thought we'd do something a little bit different, which is I'm going to walk you through an exercise. So you're going to need a little pen, a little piece of paper to jot down some reflection as we go through this together. And I hope that this helps, because I think there is great power in releasing regret, but sometimes we're not really sure how to do that. So as you look at your past, just center in for a moment and ask yourself, am I good at releasing regret and disappointment? Just like yes or no. Because if you are who you want to be, and you can attribute your happiness to the decisions that you've made in years past, then challenges allow you to become that amazing person. And we don't carry all the yuck from the past with us when we're doing that. There's a phrase that, like, my scars make me beautiful, right? You've heard that. Do you believe that? Do you believe that all that has happened to you gives you power of knowledge, gives you wisdom? That your intuition is stronger than ever before, that everything that you have and need for survival and then some comes to you, right? This is the definition of success for me, for example. So when you release regret from yesterday and you focus on what's in front of you and where you're going, you come to this place where you realize that life is too short to wonder about what could have been, right? So you take each day as it comes and you make the very best of it every single second that you can. You can't do that if regret is laying on you like a big heavy blanket. So if there's one thing in your past, think about it right now, maybe jot it down. Is there one thing in your past that created a negative experience for you? Just like jot it down real quick. And then maybe consider, can you look at that situation now with positivity, or at least with wisdom to say, maybe you learned the kind of people you don't want to be around, or a kind of business to start, or something that you don't want to do anymore, right? Because that's a positive step away from that experience. Ask yourself if family and friends are a driving force for you. Because when we see smiles from family and friends, internally it gives us some motivation to maintain positivity, right? And when we are in that positive space, we can possibility think. When we can possibility think, then we can reach more and more for goals, for extraordinary dreams, for a life of contentment, right? And most people that I work with find it challenging to be 100% content with their lifestyle. There's always something that you would change, right? But maybe today you can consider yourself one of the fortunate few who are able to see beauty in your current circumstance. So you might write down real quick, can I see beauty in my current circumstance? And then before we kind of get into the reflection questions, today, can you make an honest effort to value your life for what it is? So, what are those things? Do you have a healthy family? Do you have a safe home? Do you have enough to eat today? Do you have a career that allows you to provide? And then maybe ask yourself, what more could I ask for? And am I receiving that, right? What more can I ask for? And am I receiving that? So let's take a minute and do some reflection now with this, okay? So I want you to jot down these questions, or you can start to answer them now with reflection. But the first question, when you think about regret and releasing it, is ask yourself, do you find it challenging to live for today rather than reminisce about the good old days, right? The reason Happy Days was so popular is there was this kind of longing when that show came on. There was this longing for those days, but there was a mess, right? You think about the banging of war was definitely part of that. They were coming out of World War II, but there was also the beginning of the different understanding, like women were suddenly at work and then suddenly at home. And so there was a lot of disconnect, but we look at it through the lens of, oh, it was the good old days. So are you finding it challenging to live today rather than, oh, it was so great when? Maybe spend some time thinking about why that's so. And the second question would be, how can you truly be content with your current lifestyle? So if you're feeling like there's a thing that you need that you don't have, why is that? Can you get to that? What about your current life are you content and should you be content? And maybe make a list of all the things that you have that you didn't think that you'd have 5 years ago, maybe. Right? Sometimes we have to reset our expectations and around ourselves and remind us what's truly right here in the moment. And then the third question I have for you today is, now what can I do to release my regrets? So I'm a big advocate of breathing practices, having a team of support around you, finding some people that you can share this with, and they can say, but look at this, right? You might need therapy. You might need to go away for a day or so and kind of unpack those things that you've carried forward and figure out, now, how do I want to release those? Do I need to write a letter to someone? Do I need to if I regret the way I'm feeling physically, do I need to make some changes in the way that I eat and my exercise plan, etc., to start taking power back from my own body? There are lots of ways it can release regret. There's those rooms where you can smash things, right? Maybe you need to do something physical like that to get past that. But I will tell you that until you're able to not be a captive to that, to really feel alive again, those regrets, they're hanging on you. And to live your most creative self, you need to have a release party. Okay? That's what I have for you today. I'm Suzanne, again, Training Tuesday. I'm glad that you're here every single Tuesday. I'm here about almost every single Tuesday. You can find out more at SuzanneCastle.com. Work with me. There's a bunch of free resources there. A lot of them about priority-based living, which helps you kind of get rid of your regrets, etc. Please go download them. They're all there for you. And I will see you next week. Bye.